Hello, I'm Dr. Wendy Rowley. This is the Wonder of Human Design YouTube channel, and it is the playlist series, How to Have a Peaceful Heart. And I believe we're in episode 3. Okay, let's see what comes forward today. Oh, good day to you, dearest beings of light. I am Alienia of Cosmic Service. I am a Palladian mother of sound. Peace be with you, peace be with you, and peace be with you. In this episode, we would like to further explore what we had started to say in the last one about your heart's abilities. And got to get this one out of the way. She's a little bit in the mind. Just give her a sec. Just pull him up and back. There you go. We were going to bring in some information about the heart, its frequency, and pain, and an understanding of that, and how the system was designed for learning. This is not a punishment place. This is a learning place. And so in the early times, back, well, if you want to say way back in Lemuria, but when we first began the work and we began doing what we were doing, there was put in place what are called pain bodies. Think of it as, if we were to describe the one in your body, spirit body, spirit body, spirit body, if we were to describe the one in your spirit body, it looks like a red sheath that goes underneath your spirit body mimics your physical body. Or I should say, your physical body mimics the spirit body, because which came first? It's a chicken or egg question, but in this case, there's an answer. Your spirit body came first. So your spirit body has all the organs and everything. It's a replica of your physical body. But your interim spirit body, which is the one we talk about, is a change body. And it is for evolution and healing. And that change body has a pain body in it. And it's the red sheath, and it sort of sits below the skin level. Now, there's people in the massage therapy and other healing professions who believe that they are working the fascia when they find some technique or something that works that. But they are not. They are actually able to find some access into the pain body. And they're releasing it in some way. They just don't know that. And they say it's a fascial release. But there's no such thing. I'm sorry, people. I don't mean to be rude. But there really isn't any such thing. There's a pain body release. The fascia does not have a release mechanism, if we may say so, and be so bold to say so. So the red pain body, when you look at it with a clairvoyance as a healer, should be bright and scintillating, and you can think of it as having like a grid-like pattern, long. And the information and light scintillates along it, but where there's pain, it's blockage, broken fibers, it's very dark, and it needs healing. And then there's something called the pain ridge in your spirit body between the occiput bones. And there were old techniques in the Lemurian way to heal it. And it was very involved. You had to literally unhook, unground, and get out in your spirit body and go do that. And it's a trippy teaching, and it's not something everyone would feel called to do. Now, that's one pain body. That's the one most people feel. You have a second pain body. We've said you have you, your higher self, individual, that your higher self in its multidimensional way morphs into a group higher self, and that you have 3 group spirit bodies on the human consciousness grid, on the interim creational grid, and in the greater field. There's a soul group spirit body with still a higher self connection. So there is a pain body in each of these 3 bodies. So every person has 4 pain bodies in these various places. Women have a 5th pain body. It's in the high heart, divine feminine creational energy. It's only in the heart field. It's a white sheath, and it sits between the group high heart pain body on the interim Christ grid and the one in the greater field and the human consciousness grid. And it's because so that women can heal the heart field of the human consciousness grid, and they stay connected to the Creator, and they are conduits for souls to be born, and they have just a more profound connection in the creational levels to Supreme Being and Divine Intelligence. It's just a fact. And everyone gets a chance to have a female body at some point. That's the system. Flip, flop, male, female, male, female. And sometimes lifetimes where you're sort of transitioning and you're in between the two. And that's the system. And eventually this will be known and it'll be accepted. So those pain bodies serve a purpose. In the old way of being, the pain body was a way of saying, that was not the right decision, the right use of my will, or the right words. Choice, words, and actions. And so it served a purpose. And it collected lots of pain. And that pain is also stored on the human consciousness grid. But now, at the Great Shift, you upgrade and you don't need that anymore. And we've said a lot of this stuff on many videos. So we repeat ourselves because we don't know who's listened to what that comes here. So you have these pain bodies, and they are connected to the heart field. Because your heart is connected out to the greater field to all souls, and it's connected to the Creator, and it is profound, as we explained in the previous video. And so your heart has to be connected to the pain body so you know what is right and wrong in your evolutionary learning. And learning to get along with other people, and learning to be respectful of all people, and learning eventually to work for the greater good with all people, and to get along, even with differences. And this is part of evolution. To find the common thing that is to serve the greater good and focus on that and not the differences. So your pain bodies at the Great Shift change. So in the past, it was very difficult and it took a lot of work to have a peaceful heart. But people did achieve it, and they did find their way out of the lower chakras and karma, and there was a system there. And those are the ones that became what you call the masters. They figured it out. They figured out how to heal themselves and how to move along in creation. And as another great channeler, Lee Carroll of Cryon, has said, you only have to heal 50% of your lower karmic akash if you're someone on the planet right now who has that still, like this one does, purposeful for reasons. You only have to clear 50%, and then help will come for you and help you for the rest. And that's what happens, and that's what happened to this one. She cleared her 50% and then got help. So not everyone has that. There's a lot more and more indigos coming, and they don't have the lower karmic akash, but they still have the upper heart field karmic akash, and they still have the upper heart field creational level. And then there's the women's high heart creational level. But everyone has a heart and high heart. She didn't quite mention that in one of the videos. She forgot to say that high heart level. And that's okay. It's a lot going on. So the pain bodies serve a purpose, but now this is changing. And the ability to heal the pain body in a very profound way during the Great Shift is here. And eventually you move off the pain bodies and you move on to a benevolent body. And the benevolent body gives you good feelings of the right choice. So when you, at the end of your life, or in a lifetime, when you've made the wrong decisions, you'll have a bad feeling, but the right way to fix it will give you such a good feeling. You will know that is the right way. You see the flip that is going to go on in the Great Shift? So that is happening. But that is why so much pain is felt in the heart, and always will be, because of its connections all over, and because of its connections to the creational levels, and because it is the master regulator of all the chakras and the energies in the body, and it was the design of the system. And so that's why people say, I feel the pain in my heart. My heart hurts. My heart is breaking. I have a broken heart. He broke my heart. There's a intuitive intuition that comes through the words of what people choose to describe their feelings. And this is what we wished you to know this day, and that you are dearly loved, and to expect benevolence in all you do, and we bid you adieu. Peace be with you.